Hey y'all, this is Theron West II, and this is the Be Ready anthem, y'all. I hope y'all ready. Stay ready, be ready, 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 stay ready. Every show, new face, new dream. Young man out here building a team from the track to the court to the turf and the rings. They all grown different, but they got the same theme. Putting in work when the lights not on. Late night, early morning, still going strong. They don't do it for the lights, they do it for the fight. Future looking bright, cause they training for their life. So be ready, stay ready, 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 be ready, stay ready. Spotlight on them, time to show love. Brother smart and dream, all star from above. The hustle in their heart, purpose in their feet, and they voice on this mic that echoes in the streets. Every episode, no cap, no fake. Just young ones grinding, rising to the stage. Different faces, same goals. Rise above the pressure, yeah, holding goals. So be ready, stay ready, 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 be ready, stay ready. So put your hands together for my boys, Coach Tony and Carlos, for the Be Ready podcast coming on right now. Let's get it, let's go, y'all.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back to the Be Ready Sports Podcast. We are live on episode 77, y'all. Yeah, we had to switch it up on y'all this week. We're coming to you live for the first time on IG Live. So yeah, they're not gonna stop the train. That's the Be Ready Sports Podcast. We gonna keep this train going. We work too hard at it, and this is what we're gonna do. We're trying out something different and see how it goes. So once again, we want to thank everyone that's been tuning in to the show. That when we going on YouTube Live, we will still post this episode on YouTube. We will stream it again tomorrow, around 7 p.m. You will see the restream on YouTube. So still like, share, and subscribe to the video on YouTube and on here on Instagram. You know, hit that comments up, give those thumbs up. Um, share this episode to your friends and tell them to log in so they'll know all the elite guests that we bring on here. So before we get started today, we bring the best on our podcast, and today's no different. Class of 2032 has been representing strong, and we got another one for the class of 2032. My man today, man. We've been trying to get him on here for a minute. We finally got him on, and he's been super excited, man. He's been I ain't gonna say hounding me, but he's been like, hey, coach, man, when is my episode, man? When are we gonna go? I'm like, hey, we got you locked down. We got a month to go. He was like, oh, come on, man, come on. He's like, send me the link, man. Let's get it going. So he's been ready. That's the passion that we want from our guests. We love it. We encourage it. And we love all y'all. Like, come on here. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for your guests. It wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the parents. So, with that being said, we got another elite point guard. This is one of our big guards, as we call them, Carlos. Um, this, he will get buckets and he will get his teammates involved. You leave him open, he will splash that three. But he can go downhill and get a bucket in the paint. You send him to the free throw line. He's not going to do what KD did yesterday. He's going to lace those free throws and ice that game for his teammates. He's not going to let it go into overtime and let the reigning MVP take the game from him. So enough of my yapping. I've been yapping too long already. Carlos, introduce that wonderful face that we have on the screen today. That smiling face who can't wait to tell y'all about his story.
Yeah. Don't worry. We're gonna talk about that OKC game. Don't worry about that. Tonight's guest is a class of 2032 basketball player from the state of West Virginia. West Virginia. This athlete is a combo guard who plays for Sniper Select in West Virginia. He is a three-level scorer that has great elite vision and gets the ball up the court quickly, always looking to guard the best player on the floor. Great teammate, pass first player, and always looking to get his teammates involved. So now, please welcome to the Be Ready Sports Podcast, Montana McBride. Yeah.
So, Mr. Montana, break the ice and tell everybody a little bit about you.
My name's Montana, and I have my own team and play for my dad, and I love basketball.
Speaking of dad, come in and say hi, Dad.
This is for you too.
What's up, everybody? I'm Montana's dad. Just happy and blessed to be here, man. I appreciate you guys for taking your time to interview him and give him this platform. God is great.
Amen. But don't go anywhere. We're gonna keep you on here for the sports topics.
Absolutely.
We're gonna talk we finally get to talk NBA. If y'all weren't, unless you was stuck on the rock, y'all know, the NBA started yesterday. It was actually a watchable game. I ain't gonna lie. Pretty intense defense. They weren't capping out shooting, having a 3-point contest yesterday. It was physical defense, and for my generation, back on the NBA on NBC, y'all. So for the NBA, you get one of these. I think I like the NBA back on NBC. That was pretty clutch. The little interview they did with Michael Jordan at the beginning was something different. Um, that was good for our generation to see Jordan back giving his insights. So that was pretty good. And we got a nice little double overtime game to start the season. First game of the season. First game of the season, we get a double overtime game. But we'll get into that. But first, let's let y'all know where we're at on the podcast. Currently now, thanks to you guys on YouTube, we are at 246 subscribers. And on Instagram, we're at 1,180 followers. So thank y'all for showing us that love, subscribing to the channel, following us on Instagram, and we're gonna keep pounding out this content to y'all. So that's where we're at right now. So let's get into this NBA.
Okay, for sure. All right. So Tony kind of jumped the boat here with NBA on NBC. Yes, the NBA was live on NBC. The first game they broadcasted since the early 2000s, Tony, since the NBA on NBC. When
I think what was the last time they
Yeah, because Bruce
Brown
told me
passed.
that they ended around the early 2000s. I believe he told me
Yeah, I think it was 2000. I think it was a 2003 or 2004 season.
somewhere around there. But what a game it was. Coach Tony kind of gave his opinion on it. Oklahoma City gets the dub over Houston. What a game that was in double OT. SGA, 35 points, had a great night for Oklahoma City. Foul trouble, was a problem for both these teams down the stretch. OKC, they were down Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein because of foul trouble, and then for Houston, Kevin Durant ended up getting fouled out. So yeah, so that's what happened for both teams. But at the end, the Oklahoma City Thunder, they get the win in double OT. Coach Tony, I know you gave your thoughts on it, but do you have any extra thoughts you want to talk about this game?
That game, it was good to see, OKC hang that banner up. This first one in OKC, good. Um, they had three Thunder players in attendance, not just KD, Steven Adams,
Yeah,
and Jeff Green.
yeah,
They actually sat out there and watched OKC hang their first championship banner up in OKC. So that was a pretty cool moment. And then the game had a playoff feel.
yeah,
Houston was up early. Then you know when he got in fourth quarter, MVP took over. But shout out to Lou Dort. You know, shout out to Lou Dort. He did a phenomenal job playing physical defense on Kevin Durant, making him uncomfortable all night. But I think the tide turned when I almost said Amin Johnson. Wow,
Thompson.
Amin Thompson. When he had leg cramps and couldn't finish the game, that's when SGA kind of put the game to bed. He was just basically shooting over Reed Shepard. They actually switched to a zone because of Sangoon's foul trouble,
Yeah,
and SGA just kind of picked his spots and closed the game up. But a cool moment. Best player on best player, KD. They finally got the matchup. KD on SGA. Um, SGA hit him with the shot fake. KD bit on it, fouled out the game. He get those last free throws to put the game to bed, and that's where we at. But Sangoon almost had a last night. He finished with 37. He had a strong showing, uh, and commentating saying that this looked like Sangoon's team. So that was pretty cool. So shout out to OKC, hard fought win, and let's see if they can keep this going.
okay, so Montana. So what are your thoughts on this game? Montana, can you move your chair a little bit to the screen a little bit? Yeah, we could. You know, talk again, Montana.
Hello?
Yeah. Uh, give your take on the Oklahoma City win.
It was a good game.
A good game.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna give my thoughts first. The NBA on NBC, very nice how they promoted it. I believe Bruce said this on the Format podcast. He on the Format podcast last night where I was. If you guys haven't checked that out, you guys can check that out live on the Format podcast on YouTube. We talked about some college football. Very nice show with the one and only Ryan Langford, former college football, CFL, NFL quarterback, wide receiver. So if you guys want to check that out, you guys can check that out on the Format podcast. But yeah. So he mentioned that 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 it and it was pretty nice to see the NBA on NBC kind of pay homage to the past, like the Michael Jordans, like the Patrick Ewings, like the greats in the past, and kind of bridge to the newer generation like me and Montana that to kind of explain to us new generation like me and Montana like how great the NBA on NBC was, and basically kind of give a little flashback to people like Coach Tony, the theme song, that Round Ball Rock. When you hear that theme song, that theme song just hit, and it's nothing like it. You know what I mean? So great job by NBC there. But in regards to the game, great game down the stretch. I'm actually going to play a few clips here. So if you guys did not watch the game, here's some crucial moments though. Here's the shot by SGA that sent the game to overtime.
Thunder have a timeout. 2-point game. Keep it on the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander, MVP, down 2 on opening night. Pull up, SGA. Got it! Ties the game at 104 with 2 seconds remaining. Timeout, Houston.
SGA took over, got the shot over the young Amin Thompson, and send the game to overtime. But that was
that was actually the play where he had the leg cramps too.
Yeah, man.
That was the final play for Amin Thompson in the game. After that, they took him out, and then that's when it was the SGA show.
Yeah, for sure. So they had a full overtime. Very entertaining. So here's how here's how the first overtime ended. And I really want to hear you guys' thoughts on this, on the infamous timeout.
7 to go. Gilgeous-Alexander for the lead. Blocked. Durant's tries to call timeouts, which they have none.
Watch this as he sees it. Yes, he's calling for a timeout right there. He wasn't awarded a timeout. So
4.7 to go.
So, okay, so now I'm gonna play this other clip from college football with Kirby Smart, kind of similar. When I saw that clip, and I was like, wait a minute, that kind of looked like this.
Get away with this because the play clock was at 1 when they stopped it. Now they're signaling for a timeout. He's signaling for a timeout. The official stopped the play. There's 1 second on the play clock, so they're going to give him a redo and not charge him the timeout?
Hugh Freeze very frustrated by it.
They're showing the replay now on the screen, and that's what Hugh Freeze is pointing to. He's trying to say he was clapping. I'm sorry.
It looks pretty clear to me. I mean, running.
Well, if he's clapping there, he's clapping differently than he was when he was obviously clapping.
Yeah, so pretty similar clips. So I'm gonna ask you, Coach Tony, did KD call timeout?
He 100% was calling timeout, but I have to educate the basketball community real quick because people are crying, saying that OKC was cheated. Now, a timeout is not official until a referee grants you the timeout. You can call timeout all day, but it's not an official timeout until the referee grants you the timeout. Now, they were referring to during the game, they were saying they were bringing up the Chris Webber situation. Chris Webber got the tech because the referees granted him the timeout, and he didn't have any. So that's when the tech came. The referee did not grant him the timeout. They didn't even acknowledge it. So that's why he wasn't given a tech. So that's in the referee handbook 101. It is up to the officials' discretion if they want to grant you a timeout or not. 9 out of 10, they do. But in this situation, they didn't. So the funniest part was Sangoon was about to was quickly grabbed him and was like, "Bro, what are you doing?"
Yeah, like, don't call timeout.
Like, he was like, no.
Like,
So it was kind of weird that Kevin Durant, NBA vet, didn't know the situation. I mean, in that situation, instinctively, yeah, you would want to call a timeout and try to get the last shot, but he didn't have any. But If the official would have granted him the timeout, that would have been a technical foul. OKC would have had one free throw, and then that would have been it. And then it would have been their ball, and that would have been the end of the game.
Yeah, so the reason why for you, Montana, and for the people out there on Instagram, the reason why there was an uproar was because what Coach Tony said. So because OKC saw Kevin Durant call timeout, and guys like Jabari Smith who also called timeout at the same time. So they were like, he called timeout, but at the time, Houston didn't have no timeout. So therefore, if the official would have called it, like what Coach Tony said, if the ref would have saw it and called timeout, and they would have realized that there was no timeout, then that would have been a huge technical foul. OKC would have shot free throws, and then that would have been the end of the game because I believe at the time and I think the game was tied, right, Tony? At the time, yeah.
Yeah, they would have had one free throw in the ball, and
Yeah, but
that would have been the end of the game after the first overtime.
Yeah,
it was tied. SGA scored again and tied the game. You just played the clip.
Yeah, yeah, I know because the game was because the game was tied, and then if they would have saw the timeout, there would have been like point something seconds, like 0.3 or something like that, and it would have been OKC free throws, and they're both, so basically the game would have been over because if the ref would have saw that, but they didn't. OKC ends up getting the win. So Montana, so what are your thoughts on the clip that I just played? So do you think KD called timeout on that clip?
Yes, he did call timeout.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any more thoughts on the game between OKC and Houston? You got no opinions on it?
Not really.
Nah. OKC gets the win. They're 1-0. The reigning defending champions. The OKC Thunder now has the NBA Finals rematch against the Pacers on Thursday night live on ESPN. And then meanwhile for the Rockets, they've got here. The Rockets, they've got the Pistons coming up next on Friday night at home. So it'll be their home opener for them on Friday night.
Well, shout out to Key. What's up to you too, Key? Thanks for tuning in to the live.
Shout out to Key.
To the live stream. Well, I don't know. You guys can't see the Instagram comments, but
yeah, no, we can't.
You have to pull up on Instagram on your device to see the comments. Yeah. Fortunately, StreamYard doesn't. But what's up? What's up, Matt? We gotta know when you guys are shooting your episode so we can promote your podcast too.
Yeah, for sure. So, during the nightcap, Warriors, Lakers, Jimmy Butler, and Steph Curry, they get the win over the LeBron-less Lakers, 119-109. Luka, he had like 43 points in this game, but it still wasn't enough to beat the Warriors. So, Coach Tony, what are your thoughts on this game, the Warriors and Lakers?
JJ Redick needs to go.
Okay.
It was just terrible coaching. It was terrible coaching. The third quarter came out low, came out flat in the third quarter. Golden State was up by 15 points in the third quarter. It was never any doubt that Warriors had control of this game from start to finish. Jimmy Butler got him going, and Jonathan Kuminga, of all people, had a breakout game. Like Jonathan Kuminga had a breakout game. But the one thing that we'll highlight is, I don't know if Carlos has the clip, but Luka Doncic got a one-on-one block on Al Horford when Al Horford tried to dunk on him. So Luka Doncic is actually playing defense. He was actually playing defense yesterday. There was no blow by. Um, he he was guarding. He switched off on Steph a few times. He was guarding Jimmy Butler a few times. Well, he got 31 points. So the Luka haters would say, well, he still got cooked, but by Luka standards, he did a okay. he did a better job than he did last year. Then Luka looks different. I think he finished the game with 40 points.
43.
Almost had a triple double.
Almost,
He,
yeah. He had a double-double.
yeah, he had 9 assists,
12 rebounds, 9
12
assists, and
rebounds,
1 foul.
and then he had a few steals. So, yeah, that was a good. And Austin Reeves had a solid game as well. But other than those two, no, nobody else showed up for the Lakers.
Yeah, man. I'm looking at their stats right now to Coach Tony. So obviously DeAndre Ayton was playing. He only had 10 points. Hachimura had 9. Gabe Vincent only had 3. Austin Reeves had 26, like you mentioned. Marcus. Wait, Marcus Smart. Yeah, Marcus Smart. Did you know, Coach Tony, that Marcus Smart was playing for the Lakers?
No, Carlo.
Hey, I'm just telling you because he only had 9 points in that game, and
He also had 4 fouls in the first half, all on screens.
yeah, that's yeah. So that's what happened there. Oh, okay, what happened to Montana? His screen got blacked out.
Okay, go keep going. We're
Okay,
live.
yeah. So what a game that was in late night. Obviously for us East Coast viewers, we couldn't really watch the whole game because because it's late. Because I think the game ended at like what, midnight or something like that, midnight 1 a.m. Like usual, like with these late night matchups. Jimmy Butler at 31, Draymond at 8, Kaminga at 17, Curry had 23, and then Podzemski had 7, and then the leading scorer off the bench was Buddy Hield with 17 points. So that's what the Warriors now 1-0. The Warriors and Lakers will play 3 other times this season. They will play 3 other times this season. And the next time they will play will be on February 7th. So this will be the last matchup in 2025. They'll play each other again on February 7th. Live from LA. Okay, Montana's, you're back. So give your thoughts on the Warriors beating the Lakers here. Montana, what happened?
I like Curry, but personally, the Lakers are better.
Okay, so you like Curry, but the Lakers are better. Gotcha. All right. Coach Sonny, you heard that?
Yeah, I'll forgive him for for what he said in the green room about the Celtics.
Celtics. All right,
You're forgiven, Montana.
So the Warriors, they will play on Thursday night against the Nuggets. They'll play the Nuggets on ESPN at 10 p.m. And then the Lakers, they will take on the Timberwolves on Friday night, 10 p.m. live on Prime Video. Another TV deal that the NBA signed, Prime Video. They'll be debuting on, I believe, Friday night. All right, so okay, so quick takes. Here's quick takes. Okay, quick takes before we get into the Q&A, because I know we're on Instagram Live, and I've been on Instagram Live sometimes, and I know Instagram Live might have a time limit. So quick takes here.
We don't
Tonight.
have a time limit.
Oh no.
Mm-mm.
No.
That's
No,
only that's only personal accounts.
Okay, so we're the lucky ones.
That's only personal and business accounts. We are content creators.
Okay, so we're the lucky ones. Okay, so thank you, Coach Tony, for that. Thank you for the insight. Speaking about insights, they just revealed this today that The NBA Finals trophy decals, the lettering and the trophy will be on the court. Will be on the court this season. Will be on the court this season. Very amazing how they brought that back. The last time they used it was back in 2009 with Kobe taking on the Magic when Kobe won the championship against the Magic. That was the last time they had the Larry O'Brien trophy in the middle. Ever since then, they haven't used it, and now they're bringing it back. Now they're bringing it back for this year, and yeah, Coach Tony, your thoughts on this?
Well, money talks. I think NBC had a saying on this. Like, if you're gonna bring in NBC, bring it back to NBC, they want to bring it back to the traditional. So they got to, because everyone in their championship games, they put that extra meaning into it. Like, you got the World Series coming up.
Yeah,
They put the extra into into the World Series, so you give it the World Series feel. NFL Super Bowl, that's a Super Bowl. They put extra in it. NBA's been the finals. They've been making it look like a regular season game. Like, you have to make your championships feel like championships. And what's the best when you watch the game? Put that Bill Russell
decal.
trophy on the floor.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a great touch. For the NBA Finals. Montana. So, what are your thoughts on this, man? The NBA Finals trophy will be on the court along with the lettering will be on the court as well.
I like it. I'm happy that they're bringing stuff back.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, for sure. They're definitely bringing it back, which is amazing. How they're bringing it back because I remember fans were actually getting mad at this at Adam Silver because usually during the NBA Cup they would have the whole trophy, the whole court painted, and they're like, "Why are we doing this for the NBA Cup and not for the NBA Finals? Like, the NBA Finals is just a trophy and lettering. Meanwhile, for the NBA Cup, it's like the whole court is painted along with trophies everywhere. So it's like, why are we doing this for the NBA Cup and not the NBA Finals? The fans made themselves heard, and here we go. It's gonna be back this season, and we'll see who will be the two teams. Speaking about who's the two teams, we're gonna give our predictions here. This is day 2 of the NBA season. Perfect timing to give our preseason pick. So we're gonna start with the West here. As you can see, this was the last season standing. So if you guys want to give a little reference, so if you guys want a little reference, here it is. So I'm gonna start with you, Coach Tony, from the top to the bottom. Coach Tony, who do you think is gonna win the West?
Lakers, of course,
The Lakers. Okay, what? Okay, so why the Lakers?
because that's my squad.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
But realistically, I think OKC is gonna be the first team to repeat since you're Miami Heat.
There you go. The Miami Heat. Yeah, 2012, 2013. There you go. Yeah, man. That 2012, 2013 was something different. And OKC, they got the ingredients of a pretty good team. So for sure, definitely in the West. Montana. So who do you think is gonna win the West?
I hope the Knicks win.
Of the West.
Oh, the West?
Yeah. Who do you think is gonna win out of the West?
Either OKC or the Lakers.
Okay, so which one?
Hey, man, he said the OKC and the Lakers, man. Don't beat the kid. Don't beat him up.
Okay, but we can't have co-West champs. The co-West champs, the OKC and the Lakers.
Hey, I side with Montana.
Okay,
on this
so
one.
OKC or Lakers. Okay.
Yeah, I side with
For sure.
Montana on this one.
All right. Damn, the West is, loaded as we all said.
Language.
I said loaded. It's darn loaded.
I'm gonna sick your mom on you. I know she's watching.
Oklahoma City's a contender. Houston, I believe Houston could be OKC's biggest threat after we saw last night. Houston's up there. Your Lakers could definitely be up there, Coach Tony. The Nuggets. The Timberwolves, never count out the Timberwolves in the postseason. Never count them out. The Warriors. Charles Barkley said this on the Inside the NBA that he thinks that the Warriors are going to be either a 1 through 4 seed during the postseason. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Like being a 1 through 4. So Coach Tony, do you think the Warriors are going to be a 1 through 4 in the postseason?
Probably.
Probably.
They're gonna have a full season with Jimmy buckets. So
In-
probably.
Interesting. Obviously, the Mavericks with Cooper Flag. So Cooper Flag now in Dallas. Probably they can do something over there in Dallas. And then everyone else down below, like the Portlands, the Phoenixes, the Pelicans, and the Jazz. But definitely for the West, I'm definitely gonna say OKC. OKC, they look good. I don't think they lost any key pieces. They basically got all their key pieces intact. OKC definitely is the favorite in the West, and I think they will win the West, in my opinion. So Tony has Lakers or OKC. Montana got Lakers or OKC. I'll go with the outright OKC. So
All right. In the chat, put your picks in the chat. Who do y'all think is coming out of the West, and we'll shout it out on the show.
yeah, because remember, I will use this. The same thing what we did with Deuce when he said the Aces were gonna sweep. So we'll put your flashback in June when in the NBA Finals. So if you guys respond here, definitely.
Yep, put it in the chat. Who do you think is gonna come out the West? While we go to the East.
Yes. Okay, so let's go to the East. The East now. So the East is not like the West, wide open. Coach Tony, who do you think is gonna win the East?
I really don't care. No, I'm just kidding.
You don't care.
It's hard to pick on the East. It's the East is too. The West is a juggernaut. The East is not. I want to say Cleveland, but they kind of folded in the playoffs last year. So maybe they'll bounce back. Maybe not. Detroit could be a sleeper to come out the East. The Knicks could be a sleeper to come out the East. Bucks now with Miles Turner. They could come out of the East. So and Miami always,
Always
Miami
find a way.
Miami sometimes, they'll surprise you. So it's really, really, really difficult to pick the East. But if I had a dark horse, I'll say the my arch rivals, the 4-leaf clovers. Nope, I ain't picking them. Nope. I don't think they're gonna come out the East. I'm gonna go with Cleveland. They have a lot to prove.
Cleveland.
They have the deepest team.
Okay.
All right, come on, chat. Who's your picks? Who your picks out of the West? We're still waiting.
Okay, so in the meantime, Montana, who do you think is gonna win the East, the Eastern Conference?
The Knicks.
The Knicks. Okay, why the Knicks?
Because of Jalen Brunson and their defense.
There we go.
Somebody's a Jalen Brunson fan over here.
Brunson.
Somebody's a Jalen Brunson fan.
Okay, now my pick. The Eastern Conference, a lot of sleeping giants here, like the Bucks, the Pistons, they're a young team. The Magic, who is right now losing to the Heat, but it's a close game right now. So we'll see what.
Yeah, I was gonna we're gonna highlight the score. It's a tie game right now
Tied? Darn.
with the Heat, and the Magic. It's tied.
Darn, yeah, man. We'll see what happens there. The Heat can always find a way to get to the postseason. Yeah, it's just in their culture. They always find a way to get in the playoff, whether that's an eight
Mm,
seed or one seed.
And Montana, real quick, the the Cavs are closing in on the Knicks. The Knicks were up by double digits in this game, and oh, they just hit a three. So now they're back up 8. It's 113-105 with 122 left.
Mhm,
Montana on your
mhm.
Knicks. The Knicks is over the Cavs right now. So your pick is going up against my pick right now.
Hey man, yeah, because yeah, those two are definitely the favorites out of the East. They'll play each other two more times after this. Their next game will be on Christmas Day. Yes, the next time they'll play will be on Christmas Day, on December 25th. For the East, winner of the East, I'm gonna go with Montana's pick, the Knicks. The Knicks, because I feel like it's their year, man. It's their year. Brunson, Carl Anthony Towns. Um, they got a solid squad over there in New York, and I believe it's their year. Finals or bust for the Knicks. The Knicks made the Eastern Conference Finals, didn't make it to the finals. I feel like this is the year where the Knicks get over the hump, make the finals, and take on the OKC Thunder. So I think the Knicks get out the East.
Hmm, interesting. So you're
And
siding with Mr. McBride over here.
yes, the Knicks. Go New York, go New York, go.
No, 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 no. You can't bandwagon the Knicks. You're a Heat fan.
Uh, no, 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 no. But I'm saying, that's their like slogan in the postseason. You know what I mean? So the Knicks definitely get out of the East, in my opinion.
Mm.
Hopefully the Heat can, pull off an underdog move, and hopefully they can get out of the East. Have a rematch of the 2012 finals. But we'll see what happens.
All right, chat. We're still waiting on you guys' picks. Who do you pick to come out of the West, and who do you guys pick to come out of the East? All right. But while we're waiting on that, let's give you an update on the current games right now. With 58 seconds left in the game, the Knicks are up 114-107 over the Cavaliers. The Hornets are up 133-111 over the Nets with 153 left in the game. The Heat and the Magic are in a dogfight right now. 37 seconds left. Magic are up 121-119. Um, Going into the fourth quarter, the Raptors are up over the Hawks 109-87. The Joel Embiid-less 76ers and the Jason Tatum-less Boston Celtics. Celtics are up 94-92 with 8 minutes left in the fourth, so that's going to be a good one. The Pelicans, shocker, are up over the Grizzlies 71-58 right now. Speaking of the Pistons, the Bulls are up 18. No, not 18. The Bulls are up 72-55 right now. 9-10 left in the third. The Bucks are up 13 over the Wizards, 83-70 with 6:50 left. And the other game that just started, the Jazz are up by double digits in the first quarter over the Clippers, 32-16. So coming up later, the game to watch, the Spurs at the Mavericks, which will start shortly. Then you have the Timberwolves at the Trailblazers and Kings at Suns are the last final 3 games. So that's just an update on the games coming up tonight.
Okay. Thank you, Coach Tony, for the update. Across the NBA. Yeah, so obviously I have the overlay right here with the Spurs and Mavericks. The Spurs with Wembanyama and number 2 overall pick, Dylan Harper. The Spurs will take on the number 1 overall pick, Cooper Flag, and Anthony Davis in the Dallas Mavericks. So quick pick before this game starts in about 15 minutes. Coach Tony, who do you think is going to win tonight?
I'm going with the
Spurs?
alien.
Spurs.
I'm going with the alien.
Okay.
They don't have nobody. They don't have nobody over there that's going to stop the alien.
Yeah, definitely Wembanyama, working with Akeem Olajuwon during the offseason, has definitely, done good for him. He kind of showed off some of his skill work during the preseason. So hopefully he can put that into effect this season and lead the Spurs to, I don't know, to the postseason. Montana, who do you think is going to win, the Spurs or the Mavericks?
The Mavericks.
The Mavs. Okay. Okay, so why the? Okay, so do you want to give why the Mavericks, or you just go for the Mavericks?
Cause the Mavericks, because Cooper Flag was my brother's and I's favorite college player.
Okay. All right, so Montana deals with that. I'm gonna go for the Mavericks, man. Tony, you're alone on this one. I'm gonna go for the Mavericks.
Yeah, y'all can sleep on the alien all you want to. That boy, man, that boy out there looking. That boy out there looking like a 7'8" Olajuwon, and he can shoot. You think Anthony Davis is going to contain him, or Gafford, or any of those guys? Nah.
Yeah, man, he's no joke.
Nah.
He's no joke indeed. But I think the Mavericks will get it done with Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis, and that squad over there in Dallas. One of the favorites out of the West to potentially, win it. So in their starting lineup, they got Cooper Flag at the point guard. Cooper Flag at the point guard here. Coach Tony, your thoughts on that? Cooper Flag at the point guard position tonight against the Spurs.
That's fine. They can put him out there as a point guard.
Yeah, very tall point guard. He's like what, 6? He's 6'9". 6'9", 205, and he's a point guard. So 6'9" point guard. That's crazy.
They gotta do. They gotta do. Who else are you gonna put out there? D'Angelo Russell.
He's actually the backup behind Cooper Flag.
You're not gonna start D'Angelo Russell.
So Montana. So what are your thoughts on Cooper Flag running the point tonight?
Yep, he needs to run the point guard. That's just needs to happen.
For sure.
He just saying that because that's his boy.
Cooper Flag.
He just saying that because that's his boy.
And imagine a 6'9" point guard. That is just insane.
What are you talking about? We've seen a 6'9" point guard in the NBA before.
Yeah, like probably in the past.
What do you mean probably?
Yeah, in the past.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he goes by the name of Magic.
Greatest point guard ever.
Yeah, Magic, right?
Yeah.
Magic,
We've seen a 6'9" point guard. Cooper Flag is no Magic, but
yeah, I know, but I guess we'll see tonight. Obviously he's not.
But I'd rather have them put him out there than start D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, for sure. So I guess we'll see what happens tonight. Cooper Flag at the 1, Klay Thompson at the 2, PJ Washington at the 3, Anthony Davis at the 4, and then Derek Lively at the 5. So that's gonna be the lineup tonight for the Mavs, and then let's see here for the Spurs. Okay, so let me find their starting 5 tonight for the Spurs.
Oh, come on, Carlos.
Hold on. Okay, I got it. So De'Aaron Fox is out tonight. De'Aaron Fox is out, so I believe so maybe Dylan Harper might start. I don't know. He's listed as 3rd here on ESPN, and Jordan McLaughlin, he's the 2nd, so he's behind De'Aaron Fox. So I don't know who starts tonight. We'll find out there. Stephon Castle, Rookie of the Year from last year, he'll be at the 2. Devin Vassell at the 3, Harrison Barnes at the 4, and then obviously Victor Wembanyama at the 5. So that's what's going to go on tonight. Live on ESPN, the Battle of Texas. We'll find that out. We'll find that out tonight. Okay, so one last quick take before we get into the Q&A. We never talked about this on this show, surprisingly. Russell Westbrook in Sacramento. This was a huge breaking news. I believe it occurred last week. Shams broke the news that Russell Westbrook is in Sacramento. So quick takes here. Coach Tony, your thoughts on Russell Westbrook going to Sacramento?
Year 18. He's wearing number 18 this year.
Yeah.
To commemorate his 18th season.
Yeah.
Interesting enough is Doug Christie said the exact same thing that Mike Malone said, that Frank Vogel said. They want Russ to be Russ until Russ bees Russ. and then same thing gonna happen all over again. I don't know. It's good to see him still in the league. But he's gonna set some records this year. And he's on pace to be the all-time leader in point guards in rebounds. The all-time leader in point guards in points. So he's on pace to break those two records this year. So shout out to Russ. I want of any player besides Chris Paul, I want to see him get a ring before he retires. Because he plays with a lot of passion.
He does. When he played for Oklahoma City, that was my favorite player, Russell Westbrook, because he played with so much heart, so much passion, so much grit. He would always throw that dunk, and he was have of so much passion doing that dunk. So definitely Russell Westbrook in Sacramento. Is interesting. Very interesting. Sacramento. I remember they made that run a few years ago. As a 4 seed, they took on the Golden State Warriors. They lost in 7, and ever since they haven't recovered from that. But I guess we'll see what happens here, Sacramento. So I'm gonna give my little take, and then Montana, you'll do your take, and then we'll get right into the Q&A. So here's the starting lineup for Sacramento tonight, taking off Phoenix. It'll be Dennis Schroeder at the point guard, Keon Ellis at the shooting guard, Zach LaVine over there in Sacramento, DeMar DeRozan, and then I believe it says here Sabonis is out tonight. Domantas Sabonis is out tonight.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, so right behind him is Drew Eubanks. So that's what will be going on tonight in Sacramento. So Montana, so what are your thoughts on Russell Westbrook going to Sacramento?
I mean, I like it. He could have went to a better team, but I like it.
Okay. Okay, I got you. All right, so we'll see what happens with Russell Westbrook, in Sacramento. Can he, lead them to the postseason? We'll see, man. All right. All right, Montana, you ready for your Q&A?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do this thing. All right, let's go. All right, Montana, first question. What inspired you to play basketball?
My dad inspired me to play basketball.
Your dad. Shout out to Dad in the background. Shout out to Dad. He's in the background, YouTube. He's in the background.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Which side of the ball you like playing better, offense or defense, Montana?
Defense.
Okay, why defense?
I like guarding the best person on the court.
Like that, yeah. Yeah, because for you to stand out, you got to guard the best player on the floor, the one that has all the spotlight. And, if you're guarding him, you could have some of that spotlight as well. So, yeah, and I like that mentality that you have. Okay,
all right, before you go, shout out to my god brother Travell Richardson and Beats Bottom One Productions in the chat here on Instagram. Salute to you. He is the brains behind our custom intro music that y'all heard at the beginning. So if you guys have a project coming, you need some beats or you need a custom track for whatever project you have, go on Instagram, go follow Beats by the Run Production, and hit them and DM them, and hey, he'll get you right.
Yeah, for sure. So speaking about the Spurs game, a quick side note: Harrison Barnes not starting. It will be Julian Champagny for the Spurs. Just a little quick note right now because they're playing right now. So just a little quick fix right there on the starting lineups. Julian Champagny will start for San Antonio tonight instead of, I believe, Harrison Barnes. All right, so back to Q&A. What do you like most about the position you play on the basketball court, Montana?
I like getting shots off and passing the ball to my teammates and getting them some plays.
Gotcha. All right. So what are your strengths as a basketball player?
My passing, my speed, my shooting, and my dribbling.
Gotcha. Okay. So what is your favorite move on the basketball court?
Behind the back.
The behind the back. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, my bad. So what is one thing that you want to improve on in your game?
Making more of my foul shots and dribbling with my left hand.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, dribbling with your weak hand and then free throws. Okay, two crucial things right there. All right. So what's your favorite basketball memory so far?
Playing in nationals with my team.
Nationals. Where is Nationals? In Orlando?
South Carolina.
South Carolina. Gotcha. All right, all right. So what motivates you to keep playing basketball?
My dad and my brother.
Dad and your brother. All right, all right. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. All right. So what do you do to mentally prepare for a game?
I sit down with my dad and have a prep talk.
Pep talk. All right, all right. That's cool. All right. Okay, so who do you idolize your game to?
Kyrie,
Okay, why Kyrie?
because he's one of my favorite players, and he's really shifty and good at dribbling.
Gotcha. All right.
Man, I thought you was gonna say Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson.
Ah, he gonna wink at me. You see that?
He's third. He's
third. Okay, so who's second?
Wink at me.
Jason Tatum.
Tatum. Okay. Okay.
Oh man. You gotta mute your mic on that one.
All right, Montana. So, what is your favorite NBA team and why that team?
The Celtics because of Jason Tatum.
Celtics.
Oh.
Jason Tatum.
Oh.
Hater.
He said a hater. Hey, that's on YouTube, guys. The Lakers and Celtics.
You dang all right. I hate the Celtics. I ain't gonna. Yeah, I am. I don't like the Celtics.
Hey, man. So Montana, so let me ask you about the Celtics. So do you think Jason Tatum's gonna come back?
Yes.
Yeah, like like during the end of the season or like during the postseason?
Like playoffs.
During the playoffs, I gotcha. Yeah, man, because and a lot of people are down on Boston because of Jason Tatum, and I believe Jaylen Brown. Did you see, Montana, that Jaylen Brown kind of messed up his hamstring a little bit in the preseason finale?
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, a little bit concerning, but he should be all right. But he's getting paid a lot of money, Jaylen Brown, to lead that team. So I guess we'll see. If he can back up that money, and be a leader for that Celtics team, and try and rally and try and get a high seed over there in the East. Okay, so back to the Q&A, Montana. So, what are your long-term goals as a basketball player?
To make it into a good college and get drafted into the NBA.
I like that. All right. So if you could meet any sports athlete, who would it be and why?
Kyrie, because I feel like I could learn a lot from him.
Gotcha. All right. Okay, so besides basketball, what other sport would you like to try and why?
baseball because I think it's a really cool sport and I think I'm really good at it.
Hmm.
Okay, so speaking about baseball, have you seen the American League Championship Series and National League Championship Series or no?
No.
Nah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because the Game 7 of the ALCS was amazing, and now the World Series is decided between the Dodgers and the oh my gosh, the Blue Jays. So real quick, um, who do you got winning, Dodgers or Blue Jays? Dodgers. Okay. Okay. Dodgers in how many games? They're going to 7 games.
Five maybe.
He did it.
Dodgers in 5.
Uh-oh.
Coach
So
Tony,
you already know. You know what's gonna happen, Montana.
What's gonna happen?
Regardless if you're right or wrong, we're gonna save your answer, and then we're gonna replay it after the World Series is over to see if you're right.
Okay.
Just like we did with Deuce, who
Yeah.
correctly picked the
Sweet.
WNBA Finals.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. So, Coach Tony, I'm assuming I already know what you're gonna say. The Dodgers. So, in how many games? I'm just gonna ask how many
Big
games.
Blue. But shout out to my man Coach Adam, who's from Canada. I know he's rooting for the Blue Jays. It's my boy, but we enemies for the next 2 weeks. You know, he's homegrown Canada, so I know he's going for the Toronto Blue Jays. I don't know if he's in the live.
I don't know either. So
His
Dodgers.
hometown going up against my hometown. You know, go blue.
Okay, so how many games? Sweep or 5 or 6 or probably 7?
Nah, I'll give them because we did. Well, we took two out of the 3 in the regular season. I'll give them 2 in the World Series since they're starting at home.
Yes, the Blue Jays are starting at home in the series,
Yeah.
so
So I'll give them 2 games.
2. Okay, so in 6.
Right? Yeah. I'm not gonna say Dodgers in 5. I'm not gonna say Dodgers in 5.
Dodgers in 6.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna give them Blue Jays 2 games.
Hey, I'm gonna
See, Montana man, you in my good graces. Then you get out of my good graces, being a Celtics fan. Then you're gonna go back in my good graces, rooting for the Dodgers, man. Put me on this roller coaster, Montana.
Hey, man, I'm gonna go for the Dodgers as well. You know, the Dodgers, they have a really good roster from up
Oh
to down.
my gosh, you just jinxed my boys.
Bro, the Dodgers are just the better team. Probably the Blue Jays are the better team to compete against the Dodgers, but the Dodgers is just too much. Shohei Ohtani. How about Shohei Ohtani? Uh, Montana, have you seen Shohei Ohtani?
Yes.
How do you feel about Shohei Ohtani?
I like him better as a pitcher.
As a pitcher, okay, interesting. You know, he does well pitching. He does well hitting. He's probably the greatest athlete right now in sports because of how electrifying he is. He's just a great player. He might be the best player of all time, maybe because of how he pitches, how he hits. You know, so he's a great player. You know, and he'll be remembered. You know, forever and ever. Definitely. You know, he already won a World Series, so he can go back to back. And I believe he does it. But man, that Toronto fan base, man, I love that Toronto fan base. They're always passionate about their team. I remember 6 years ago with the Raptors, they were always so passionate. They're gonna be passionate in this series, but Dodgers just too much. Dodgers, they're gonna win, and they're gonna win in. I'm probably gonna say 5. I'm gonna go with your pick, Montana. Dodgers in 5. All right.
Not surprised. Not surprised.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm going for the Dodgers in 5. Okay,
So
back to
y'all
Q&A.
say. So you gotta go like this. y'all two gotta go like this. Y'all gotta say Dodgers in 5 and count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Dodgers
Dodgers
in 5.
You gotta go like this though, Montana. You're like Dodgers in 5.
Dodgers in 5, guys.
He's like the Michael Jordan of baseball.
Yes, he is. He's he's probably the greatest of all time, Shohei Ohtani, because of how, he can do it both ways, pitching and hitting. Yeah, man, Montana, that player, Shohei Ohtani, and the one that you're witnessing right now, he's the greatest baseball player of all time, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna tell your kids when you get older that this guy, Shohei Ohtani, is the greatest of all time, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna tell your kids that. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna tell mine, and then Coach Tony, he's experiencing it right now. So Coach Tony, so yeah, man, so definitely he's great, most definitely in every aspect. Okay, but this show is not about Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers. It's about Montana. I have one more question for you, Montana, before we move on to your show and tell. What are your favorite hobbies/interests to do outside the basketball court?
Oh, jump on my trampoline, play the game with my friends, and I love to travel.
Travel, okay. Okay, so speaking about traveling, what's your favorite city to travel to?
New York.
New York. Okay, interesting.
Have you been inside Madison Square Garden yet?
No.
No.
Oh, you got to do that, man. That's the Mecca. You got to go to a Knicks game. Got to, man. Especially you rooting for the Knicks to come out the East. You got to go to a Knicks game. Tell Dad to make it happen.
The Knicks.
Dad's probably over there like, hey, Coach, hush your mouth. Stick to asking them questions, man. Don't
All right, Tony, take it away, man, with the show and tell.
All right, so man, I had a question for you, and I got sidetracked talking about Madison Square Garden. I had a question for you. So you said you like traveling and what else?
Traveling and jumping on the trampoline and playing the game with my friends and family.
Oh yeah, trampoline. Yeah. So quick question: Have you had any WWE grudge matches with your dad on that trampoline?
My brother.
Of course.
We're for right now, we're just gonna say I win, but I win. Even though he's like 6 years older than me, I win.
Oh yeah. You gotta hit him with those.
Yeah.
Hit him with those suplexes. Boom.
Hit him with the RKO.
RKO, yeah, that too.
Side note, Carlos.
Yes. Coach Tony glitching over there. Oh no, Coach Tony glitching.
Experience having you haven't experienced a wrestling match until you have a wrestling match with a trampoline.
Yeah, true. I remember when I was young, I would always see these videos of wrestling on the trampoline. Those viral videos. I remember the past when I was a kid. Yeah, so definitely on the trampoline. It's great. It's the closest thing to a WWE ring, but yeah.
All right, so before we get into the Q&A, before we get into the show and tell, y'all favorite part of the show, we have a lot of past guests here in this live stream, so you guys know what I'm talking about. Mr. Passion here, Coach Jay, all you guys, Mr. Carter Penn, all you guys that's in here in this live stream, y'all know what we talking about with the show and tell. But we also have our 100th episode coming up, so we're going to pick the top overlays and the top videos for the 100th episode. So we're going to point out a few, and Montana, you get to rate them 1 through 5. 5 meaning they're goated. 1 meaning that I need to take them off the internet and burn them.
Okay.
So let's go to the first one. Okay, this one, the first one, shout out to my man Lamborghini Landon, who will be on the show on Saturday. Okay.
I got it, Sony.
There you go.
Yeah, the thing's up there.
Okay, so shout out to my man Lamborghini Landon who sent me this edit. I think it is worthy to go on the top, to be on the top 100 episode. So, Carlos, tell the Instagram, tell our Instagram audience for the first time, what are your thoughts on this one, and what do you rank it out of 1 through 5?
Out of 1 through 5,
first, tell the audience what do you think about it.
yeah, no.
Then rate it 1 through 5.
I really like how it's all orange. The color scheme is perfect. And I like how it's all orange. So very interesting how it's all orange. Pretty nice. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a 5 because I'm gonna give it a 5 because of the Lamborghini right there, and plus his nickname's Lambo Landon. So yeah, give me a 5.
All right, Montana.
Yeah, that's a 5.
And what are your thoughts on it, on this edit?
The Lambo's just it's outrageously tough.
He said outrageously tough. So
That just deserves it.
well, shout out to my man. Y'all going to see Mr. Landon, Mr. Lambo Landon, this Saturday. And next one. Come on.
There you go. Things there, Tony. Things there.
All right, mine must be lagging because I don't see it yet.
Yeah, the thing's here. The thing's here. Don't worry.
Oh, there you go. Mine must be lagging because I did not see it. All right, and then it now just disappeared. All right, there you go. This is for my man Camden Harzinski. My man Cam. This one is unique because this edit he put together to celebrate him as a class of 2033, a 5th grader, made his middle school basketball team. And he actually started. He started his first game. He finished with 6 points, 2 blocks. I can't remember how many assists he had. But first game as a 5th grader start. Shut up.
Coach Tony, you're glitching. Oh, it's glitching out.
What was it? Episode 68 or 69 he was on?
Camden. He was one of our past guests. I know that for sure.
I was way off. He was episode 73.
73. Yeah. He was like a current, past guest.
So yeah, and it was on episode 70. So yeah, so this edit was put together to celebrate him making his school team. So start with you, Carlos. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, very nice. He's in 5th grade, right? Yeah, so very nice. He's in 5th grade, correct, Coach Tony? Coach Sony. Okay, glitched out. All right, so yeah, so I believe he's in 5th grade. Really good player. Coach Tony follows him. He follows this kid. So Camden, he follows Camden. So and we actually had him on as a previous guest. He was a very good guest. Saw some good highlights. He's from South Florida. Very good job for making the team as a 5th grader. He's the future of that team over there in Franklin Academy. So yeah, man, pretty nice. I'm gonna give it a 4.5. And I really like how the mismatched sneakers there. Um, do you realize that, Montana, with the mismatched sneakers?
Dang it, you took what I was gonna say.
Well, if you want to add on to it, then yeah, you could. So
All right,
Montana, so what do you? Okay, there you go. Coach
yeah,
Tony. Go.
what are your thoughts on this, and what do you rate it?
I like the bulldog and the like mismatched shoes and he's spinning the ball on his finger. That's a 5.
5.
Mm. So Carlos is a hater, giving him a 4.5. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, it's a good ranking. It's a good
So
rating.
my man, so Carlos gives it a 4.5, and Montana gives it a 5. And I'm gonna let Carlos bring this in because this is his boy,
Yeah. So
Mr. Tate Medina.
Tate Medina, I actually interviewed him. I believe. Yeah. So I actually interviewed him. I believe maybe a week ago. Yeah, I think it's a week ago. I interviewed him a day before the Florida State Miami game. So yeah, so I interviewed him. He's from Texas, plays football. He's a very physical linebacker. You know, he's definitely a good kid. From Texas, and I hope he keeps on going with his thing. That was during his media day. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna rate it first. I really like how it's a 5. I'm gonna give it a 5 because the background, very unique, and the visor too, and I really love the visor too. So I'm gonna give it a 5.
All right, what about you, Montana?
It deserves more than a 5, but a 5 is as high as I can go, so it's a 5. And the effects in the background and the skeleton gloves.
So what would be your actual rating of it?
Like 15?
15.
15.
15 out of 5.
Whoa.
That's double. That's
Well, Tate
triple.
and Montana, you get one of these. Wow, you got a 15. All right, last but not least, there's my man Remy Payne, who's he was on here recently as well. He was the one that was episode 68.
Okay.
He 9-year-old football player. Our first actor that come on here as well. So shout out to my man Remy. Don't forget to check out his episode 68. This one actually came off of one of his videos. They gave me permission to make an overlay for him. So it took me 45 minutes to get this picture right, just like this. So this was actually my work.
Okay. Okay, well, Tony's glitching there. I'm gonna just rate it. So I'm gonna go with a 4.8. I'm gonna go with a 4.8 for Remy Payne, one of our past guests. 4.8. I like the aqua jersey, the logo on the helmet, and then especially the background, very similar to Tate's, but the smoke in the background, very interesting. I'm gonna give it a 4.8. Montana, so how would you rate that picture?
A 4.5.
4.5. Okay, so why 4.5? Is your
I like the sign on the helmet and how I can see green streaks going across the screen.
I gotcha. All right. All right, so I think that's it for the pictures, right, Coach Sony?
All right, so we'll get into your we get into your photo portion of the show and tell. So basically, what we're gonna do, we're just gonna show the pictures. You tell us what event it was, um, what was the result of that event, and the story behind the picture. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We just have a couple here, so we're getting to the first one. So, bam, that's you. All right, so Montana, the floor is yours. So, tell us a little bit about this photo, what event it was, and tell us the story behind it.
That was the Big Shots tournament, and we ended up going to 2 of them, but I wasn't able to make the first one because I was sick and I had an injury in my leg. And I ended up, when I went there, I ended up getting like an MVP thing, and I have the trophy for that, but it's upstairs, like it's in my room. But
All right, just go ahead and put Dad to work. Tell Dad to go get your trophies.
all right, let me go see if I can find it.
Not you. You're streaming.
He left. Oh my gosh.
Well, that's the story about going live, y'all.
Well, I'm just get my reaction to it. Oh, he back.
My dad's going to find it.
I bet. All right, so give your thoughts on this tournament, Montana.
Honestly, that was probably one of my favorite tournaments because there was a lot of competitive. It was really competitive, but at the same time, the teams that I played against were like we were all equal, but we just came out with the win.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so let's get into the next one. The final picture you have.
What's that?
Maybe whenever it decides to get on the screen.
Did you find it, or is it at mom's?
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Did you find it, or is it at my mom's? Oh yes, wait, I thought it was here.
There you go.
Yeah, the thing's there.
I thought that was here.
Okay, why did it leave the screen? There you go.
There you go.
All right, so same thing. Let's go ahead and tell us a story about this one.
Oh yeah, I forgot where the picture was at. It's like the one in the hallway.
Let's see. That was at a Winter League game in Charleston.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that was when the Knicks became one of my favorite teams. That was in Charleston. At the George Washington League.
Oh, we got to hear this story.
And I played for the Knicks, and that was like one of my favorite teams. And that was when I actually started wearing my favorite number that I wear now on every jersey.
Okay, well, we'll get into that later.
Yes. Yeah. Well.
So this is when you start liking the.
Oh yeah. This is when I started liking the Knicks.
Awesome.
Okay. So. Yeah.
Now that I wanted to get off the screen, it doesn't want to do it. The joys of going live, y'all. All right. So now, before we get into the video portion of your show and tell, do you have any awards or anything that you want to show your audience before we show the video portion?
All right, I have a few things, but I picked two from all of them, and these are my two favorites. I have this one, which I got out of a tournament, and I would always go to it, and I would always go back and forth with this one team till we beat them like 3 times in a row, and they stopped coming. That's when we won this one. This one is my favorite. And then I have this trophy. And this was at one of my favorite tournaments that we won. Because it was really competitive. And I won this in North Carolina. Greensboro. And I had the basketball that went in here, but my little cousin took it. So I don't have that anymore.
It's okay.
Well, speaking of,
Actually,
so you missed us talking about.
Oh, Tony, you're glitching.
About
what do you say?
I don't know. He's glitching out right now. Glitching out. Big time glitching. Oh my god, Tony, what are you pressing, bro?
Why is this thing acting up now? This internet is pissing me off.
Yeah, Loki, you're glitching out like crazy, cause yeah, you're glitching crazy. I got you.
Mr. Lambo, I didn't tell you to take the screen.
Oh, my bad. So you actually want to talk about it? Okay, go on.
No, Mr. Lambo Landon just joined the live. You missed us giving us our votes on this picture, so to keep you up to speed, and of course you can rewatch it when we repost it on Instagram tomorrow. Carlos, you tell Mr. Landon what you said.
Well, basically, I said that I like the color scheme. The color scheme, how it's all orange, and I like all shades of orange right there. Pretty nice, and I give it a 5 actually.
All right, and Mr. Montana, you want to tell him what you rated his picture as?
The colors tough, and the Lambo just hits different. It just hits the spot, and it was a 5. Like definitely 5.
So shout out to y'all. All right, so we're gonna get into your video portions in a minute, but you're a hooper, so we're gonna ask you a question that we've asked every single hooper that came on this show for you. Now, when you go out to a tournament, whether it's in town or you have to hop on a plane, what are the top 3 shoes that you have to pack in your bag?
Kobe's, Sabrina's, and Jaws.
Shout out to Cam, man. He started everyone coming on here talking about these Sabrinas.
Hey, man, Sabrina,
Shout out to my man Cam.
Yeah, Sabrina doing a good job.
She's doing the thing.
Yeah.
She doing the thing.
Yeah.
You ready to show these? You ready to show these people why you're elite?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. So let's get into the first video. It's about 27 seconds long. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay. Shout out to Dad for sending that one in. All right. So he looked at him like, bro, why'd you send him that one? All right. So Carlos can tell you that he had an experience in a gym similar to that. Right, Carlos?
Yes, when I was younger, I was able to train at Brandon Marshall's gym over at Fit Speed, now a House of Athlete. Now I wasn't able to train at House of Athlete back in the day at Fit Speed. So yeah, him and his trainers were very good trainers. Yeah, very nice experience definitely at a gym like his.
All right. So Montana, tell us about your experience at your gym. That when you played that video for.
Hmm? Next level. Oh yeah, that thing. What'd you say?
Yeah, we're waiting for you to tell your story about
that clip.
about your experiences at that gym.
I couldn't see the clip.
What?
I couldn't see it.
All right. Replay.
Replay, here it goes.
All right. Were you able to see it?
Oh yeah, I saw it that time.
All right.
I go there every now and then, every 2 weeks to work on my speed and work on my precision. Yeah, in my strength.
So 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 on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 meaning the place is goaded. What would you rate your your training there at that
10.
facility?
10. After that, I was
10.
sweating because I was really tired after that.
As you supposed to be.
That was the most tired I've been after a workout.
As you supposed to be. Oh yeah, they put you at work, Cam, just like that. He said the exact same thing. He said he couldn't feel his legs after those bands worked out. Carlos and his brother, they know how it was when they used to leave Fit Speed back in the day.
Yeah, definitely.
I know Carlos is like, man, quit embarrassing me, bro.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
All right,
You're good.
All right, let's get into the next one. Carlos knows about that ladder drill right there.
Yeah, definitely. Ladder drill. Definitely got to be used for footwork.
Yeah. So shout out to the guy Justin. He was a real one. But oh yeah, that really made me work on my handles, and that was probably one of the hardest drills, and pound dribbling a lot.
It made you hit every square, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was doing for 15 minutes.
I put Carlos through the ringer on that too.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, the thing's on Instagram, by the way. Yeah, on Instagram. So if you guys want to check that out, you guys could. I remember doing that drill. It's under my basketball account, Carlos_A_Rios_33. It's on there.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's a pretty good workout to get your hand coordination down. And ball control. All right. We have another one. Here we go.
There you go, good. On top. Yes, sir. Ducking too. Yes, sir.
You heard he said you're gonna be. He said he wants you dunking.
Man, that's where I got all my hops from, and those box jumps have been helping me jump a lot higher. Like if I keep doing box jumps like that, I could either dunk by like 8th or 9th grade.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Those box jumps would definitely help in regards to your hops. Definitely do those. Box jumps definitely is a key.
How was your legs feeling when you got done?
See, I was doing that for about 15 minutes, and my legs were burned after that. Burned, I had 5% energy left in my legs.
You mean to tell me you didn't go out there and try to run a 5-on-5 after that?
It was before that. It was before that.
He said he gonna get his runs in before
that was about when I got back from my injury.
I got you. But as you said, those box jumps help. They work. All right, we got one more from that. Everyone that's in this chat knows what those feel like. Every single one in this chat, everybody that's in this chat has done those boom 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 on those box jumps. So, all right, tell us a little bit about that, about how that made you feel hitting those hurdles and then hitting that box jump afterwards.
Gave me a lot more explosion. I was getting a lot more rebounds after that. I was jumping a lot higher, and I was getting a lot more tired.
What, after the workout or?
After the workouts.
Yeah, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for the last one?
Sure.
Let's show them what you look like on the court after you all those box jumps and all that dribbling training and all that. Let's see what you look like on the court.
Oh.
It's Florida.
Jump, Tina. Stay on him.
actually sent game footage. All right, so I see you over there. You stepped into that three, stepped into that three and laced it. Knows a lot about that.
Yeah, Montana's very nice. Pull up three, very nice.
All right, give us a story about that game, and how they ended up and what tournament you were playing in.
That was in Parkersburg. We ended up losing that game, but we ended up coming back and beating them in the championship to win the tournament. But yeah, catch and shoot three is probably one of my favorite moves on offense.
Yeah, no rim, all net. I like that. All right, so before Carlos gives his final thoughts about your episode, there's one last question that we ask all of our athletes, regardless of their sport. Now, you did mention it. There was a story behind your number. Okay, so what number did you pick as your favorite number and why?
5 is my favorite number because that was what my brother used to wear back when he was in elementary school and middle school, and when he's in high school now, his favorite number is 5, and that's my favorite number too.
Man, shout out to the family, man. Shout out to your brother, man, and you keeping the tradition of that number. But I know I gotta ask you. I'm a podcast host. I gotta ask you, who wears that number better, you or your brother?
Me.
Oh yeah, no hesitation. All right, Carlos.
Yes.
So you did the Q&A with him. You saw his photos. You saw the trophies, and you saw the clips. Okay, so what is your final thoughts about our guest today, Mr. Montana McBride? And he is all ears.
It's all
He
yours.
is he is waiting for yours. Look. Look at his eyes. He's like,
I
bro,
know he's
bro. He's like, bro, tell me.
yeah, Montana. You're a very good shooter. From the clip I saw, that 38-second clip I saw, you're a very good shooter. Swish that three. Training videos. Keep on training. Obviously, the box jumps, and obviously those are definitely going to get your vertical up and definitely will help you in regards to your jumps in high school. Because definitely in high school, you definitely got to have your vert up, obviously, to get those rebounds over those taller defenders, obviously. So, and also keep on being a shooter. Work on that shot, because obviously, if you're consistent, a coach will look at you and and make an identity about yourself, about being a shooter and being a consistent shooter, which the coaches love, by the way. So yeah, man, keep it going, Montana. Keep training on those box jumps and keep on working on your shot. All right.
Sure.
That's what's up. All right, so y'all, this is up to you. This is up to you, Montana. We're at the point of the show where we normally wrap it up. Or you can take. We'll do one, or you can take one call from the audience, and we can put the link in the chat and have them come on the show. It's up to you.
I mean, we can do that. We can do
All
that.
right.
I'm fine with that.
All right. So we're gonna put the link in the chat. First one to click it comes in on the show. You can ask them any questions you want, just nothing personal.
Me?
No, I'm talking about whoever clicks the link.
Oh,
And
they can
comes on.
ask me a question.
Yeah, they can ask you a question or give their feedback on you, give you advice, but they can't ask anything personal.
Okay, links in chat.
Links in the chat. Let me see if I can pin it.
Yeah, for sure. Work on that in the meantime. Okay, it's pinned.
All
Okay, it's
right.
pinned.
So the link is pinned in the chat. All you gotta do is click that link if it allows you, and you can come on. Let me see if it allows it. No, it's not.
I don't think it's gonna allow it now.
No, Instagram is weird.
Yeah, man, we're on a different platform, guys. So first show on Instagram. So I don't think the link's gonna work, but
You can. But what I'll do is message me that you put a message in there that you want to come on, and we'll send it to your inbox on. We'll send it to your inbox on Instagram, and you can come on. We'll give you 5 minutes. Okay. So while we're doing that, trivia time. Yeah, don't give me them big eyes. Don't give me them big eyes, Montana.
don't worry. None of the questions Montana are gonna be like from the 1980s or 90s. Just
Yeah,
it's
we're not going to ask you who's the Big Dipper.
Yeah, that was the first question. Yeah. That's a classic question.
That's my man Jay Stat.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Shout
back
out
in
to him.
episode.
Shout out to Swaggy J. I seen that he came on earlier. Shout out to Swaggy J if he's still in there. All right. So you said the Knicks is your team, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Name us 5 all-time Knick players. All
So
5 all-time Knick players.
Close.
Carmelo.
Oh, there we go. Carmelo.
Carmelo 1.
Wait. This is hard. Let me lock in.
Let me lock in.
Yeah, you got this.
Okay, Mello.
John White.
Oh, it's John.
John.
Yes.
You guys wear the same hairstyle.
He's close. Yeah, John.
John Starks.
There you go.
Yeah, John Starks.
Yeah,
That's
back in
2.
the day.
Hey, you kind of look like him too, by the way.
Jalen Brunson.
Obviously. Obviously, there you go. So that's 3.
Jalen Brunson. 2 more.
Jalen Brunson. John Starks. JR.
J.R. Smith. Yeah, J.R. Smith.
Is he considered an all-time great though?
Well, maybe not as an all-time great, but he played for the Knicks. So.
But you can't mention the Knicks without this one guy that you haven't named yet. Come on.
And I think I know what you're talking about, Tony. I think I know that player.
Yeah, he is. When you say Knicks, you say come on, you're getting there.
Patrick.
You got the first name right.
There you go.
He said it like he wasn't sure.
Patrick
Yeah.
Ewing. Yes.
Patrick Ewing. Yes.
It's just so I
On the
win.
first. On
I
the.
win.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that's it, right?
Yeah. Those are basically 5, all-time Knicks players. Yeah.
But you know what, Montana? You got this on the first try. You get one of these. All right, nobody. Okay, so nobody messaged me that want to come on. Man, y'all audience, y'all get one of these. Man, y'all got to come on here, man. Talk to my boy, man. But that's all right. It still was a wonderful show. Thank you for coming on, Montana. Stay for the wrap up afterwards. All right, we do a quick wrap up after the show. Stick with us, and Carlos,
Yes.
we're gonna do the breakdown,
Okay. The spiel.
do the spiel.
Spiel, like how you and Bruce says it.
But you gotta let them know where you're gonna be on Tuesdays from now on.
Don't worry. That's part of the spiel as well. Like, share, subscribe on the YouTube channel. We post our podcasts on there. So check that out on YouTube. Also, should be scrolling down at the ticker right here, actually. I think it's right here, actually, at Be Ready Sports Podcast. Follow us for exclusive content. We post content. Now the NBA is starting up, so obviously we're gonna be active on that too with the NBA. So we're gonna be active this week with NBA, World Series, college football this Saturday. So yeah, so like, share, subscribe on the YouTube channel, hit a follow on Instagram, and then donate to Zelle, not Cash App. Zelle 954-664-8962. Donate to Zelle. And you guys can also check me out on Tuesday nights live from the Format Podcast, where we talk all college football. We just had an episode last night about college football. You guys can check that out at Bruce Hope's podcast, at the Format Podcast, with me, Bruce, and former college football, NFL, and Canadian Football League wide receiver Ryan Langford. So you guys can check that out live on the Format Podcast.
Okay, this is part of the spiel, Carlos.
Okay. This is Theron West II. That's his website. Doing some NIL deals right there. His clothing line at https://silentfear.online. That is Theron West. Pickup portal. That is where you can. They're doing it for baseball right now, but soon they're gonna do it for other sports as well. So basically, if you're a coach that needs some players for the weekend, and you can pick up players right there at the pickup portal. And if you're a player that wants to play for that weekend, just put yourself in the portal, and a coach can find you, connect with your parent, and boom, that's a match that you guys can participate in for the weekend, for the tournament. Shout out to Kason Velez. He's one of the OGs on this channel. He's one of the OGs. He was an original guest on this podcast. Subscribe to his YouTube channel at CV7 Rocket. He was the first soccer player on this podcast. I wasn't there, unfortunately, to interview him, but Coach Tony was. So you guys can check that out on his YouTube. Subscribe to his YouTube channel at CV7 Rocket. And then Remy Payne, one of our former guests. You guys can check out his YouTube channel at Remy Game Football 5250 on YouTube. Okay, Tony, that's the spiel.
All right, count us out.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
To be ready.
Stay ready, Montana.
Oh,
okay,
come
so
on,
Montana. So here's our for the new audience over there on Instagram. We're on a new platform. our motto: be ready, stay ready. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna count us out. Coach Tony gonna say be ready. Montana, you say stay ready. All right.
Okay.
All right. In 3, 2, 1.
All right. To be ready.
Just to stay ready.
All right. And we're gonna do a special show for y'all again tomorrow. We're going to get on Caden premise on here tomorrow. So tune in. Thank y'all for tuning in. And we out, y'all.